Hello and welcome back to Miriampearl's Housing Tours and Tips. I'm Mary and this is my assistant Convenes with Nature, and we're going to show you the Ald Velothi house at night because this is a glow garden house. It's my dark wonderland garden that I've built for my vampire characters. And if you didn't see the first video or you're not sure where this is located, it is right at the top of Vardenfeld there, and we have it just north of Nessus, and it's right next to Wayshrine. It's a great location if you're looking for a location in Vardenfeld that's next to Wayshrine. And you do have to have the Morrowind DLC and the achievement to own this, but you can buy it with gold if you have those requirements. Otherwise, you can visit a friend's house. So we're going to get right into this. I talked a little bit more about tips in the first video. If you want more housing tips than I give in this video, which won't be a lot because I'm really doing this video to show the effect of the conservatory pieces during the nighttime versus the day. So here we have some wedding blossoms, which are one of my favorite lighting pieces. You can get this from Cold Harbor with the wedding stuff around March. So if you're looking for those, I love those. I wish we had more colors though. Purple, pink, anything, just more colors. Yellow I would even take. Then we have this glow bush. A star bloom flower we're coming up on. And these clockwork. I talk about the clockwork conservatory pieces a lot in the first video because they're one of my favorite pieces to put into a garden during the day if you want it to really give that nice extra shimmer to it for daytime. But at night, they look gorgeous, right? You have to sit there and stare at them for a minute. They just make you happy. Shiny things make people happy. So we're coming up on an enchanted illusionary text tree. It's the whole reason I did the nighttime video in the first place. Oh, bless you, Puck. That's my little next Puck in the garden there that just sneezed. So look at this. And the top of this tree did not show up during the day, but it shows up so beautifully at night. And I don't know if it shows up better if you have other trees around it or don't. This is my first house I've included these in. I did have to get an achievement from Somerset to get this, but it's also 100,000, so it's a little pricey, and it took me a little bit to save up for that. And I have sung a butterfly bush into that, just so we have butterflies coming up, and it gives a nice little extra effect and brings a lot of attention to this piece. Not that it probably needed, more wow factor, because it is just, it's breathtaking, right? So we're going to go up through here. I'm just going to take a really quick, showed the deck before, these mushrooms. They're not a big nighttime feature. These flowers, the color spray flowers, the electric blue really shows up. It was from the Debella's Crown Varnishing Pack. You can still get that in a Crown store separately. Oh, here we go. Wow, look at that. The moons in Vardenfell are amazing. Let's see if we can get to see the other moon. Oh, yeah, here we go. That is so beautiful, right? I loved all the fixed scenery they put into this game. You're not going to see what happens out the house at, if there's monsters or people, but you can really admire the scenery. And if you go outside the house, it's pretty similar to what you're going to see on the inside besides the changing of another player NPC. And I did put Talvani furniture. I talk about it in the first video. I like to put woodsy, natural looking furniture on a deck like this. I use ivy as the grass. I'm on a PlayStation 4, so we do not have grass or water tools, and I don't have any add-ons to use, so I use ivy for that. And you can sync it a little bit better than I did to make it look more natural, probably. I want it to be a little bit overgrown. Come this way. Those voidstone flowers, I've talked about those in the first video. They actually do show up pretty well at night. And I'm sure they'd show up pretty well even without the lighting that I talked about in the first video. this piece is a achievement piece from Somerset. I'm trying to get around here just to see the back of that because it really does look different at night than it does day. It's one of the pieces that does. You can barely see it glow during the day. It kind of just looks like it has, you know, a nice little soft illumination, but at night, it really lights up, right? Okay, that coral. So this vine here, this was the 75,000 from the luxury furnishing. So you have to look up to see what time of year that comes. I can't remember exactly. It's been a while since I bought it, but it's a really nice piece. And what I like about this piece, it makes it look like the moonlight is shining down it, especially at night. In the daytime, it does have a different glow to it, but it also moves. So I have gesture trees all around it with the petals coming down. If you're not familiar with those gesture trees, we do have that event. Um, it's in February, so you should go out and get the achievement if you haven't. So you can buy these trees for about 10,000 for the small ones, 25,000 for the large ones, and it's a great animation piece as you see them falling down on this vine. Just get another good look at that, because as I said, this has a totally different look at night and day. And we'll just take a quick look over here at Herbert's shack and the Briarheart saplings and Briarheart tree and stuff, because they don't have much different features at night. Hey Herbert! He's from the Helene pack if you're interested. I do have the auger over here. He's a collectible furnishing, and what I like about collectible furnishings is you can put them in every single house, and they're a piece that just sits in your inventory. You don't have to store it like in a chest or the bank and take up another space. And that same piece can go in all your houses. So I'm putting him in all my houses as a little Easter egg. I kind of like that. Sometimes I'll have him hidden and sometimes I won't. And he does talk, but I think that I have him set up not to talk on this one. And there's the weird stone. Those flowers really show up all at night, right? Off those weird stone. That's an achievement piece from Daggerfall. And we'll go through here real quick but slow. Now, a feature I like to point out, when you put stuff that glows like these glow bushes right up against the wall, you get a nice reflection. And I really think that's important to know, because you can take this bush, I'll show you real quick, and you can put it by a window. So I could put it right here, make it look like there's a planter there, and put it up against that window, and look at the reflection it gives and the lighting and how it lights up that window. Amazing, right? And now I can't get it back out, so we're gonna leave it right there for right now because I'm not gonna mess with it too much. But it looks pretty great, right? So if you wanted to do something more like that, I didn't really want planters. I could have, and it's a great idea, but I was looking for more, as I said, a natural feel and an overgrown kind of feel, which I probably should have put ivy on the windows and stuff to make it look more overgrown, but I love these windows, and I've talked about it in the first video, how important it is to me to feature some of the pieces that the artist put into the house, because they put so much detail and beauty, and I truly, truly appreciate that. So as I tour this house, this is becoming one of my favorite houses. The Wonderland garden has come together so nicely. I'm really impressed. Look at these Cold Harbor sprouts. If you're not aware of how to get Cold Harbor sprouts and Vardenfell glow sprouts, which give off just amazing lighting at night and day. Yeah, look how much light that little tiny piece gives off. That little piece. It's amazing, and those come from farming, so you can get that usually from clothing, but I've got them from woodworking and blacksmithing. And we'll just go down the basement real quick and check out the tree again. I have it kind of raised up in this one so you can see the book, because we couldn't see that one outside. But you can't read the book or anything, so go right up these stairs. Just a quick look in here to show off this piece. So I know it's not really a piece, but it's a piece of the house. So in the first video, I kind of show off how the lighting hits the windows, and it's a totally different look night and day. So check out all your houses in the night and the day, because you're going to get a different effect. And it helps you see what people are going to see night versus day in your choices of furniture, how you decorated your house. So there's no natural lighting. So if I decorated this during the day and I think, oh, it has plenty of lighting because the lighting's coming through the windows, which at this house it's more of a glow than lit up. But there are some houses that get better lighting that it really affects. Like, I know that most people that are probably playing right now have the Grand Civic Villa from where we got it from that event. And that house in particular has so many huge windows. And those windows, there again, the window. Those windows give off such amazing lighting that if you try to decorate during the day versus the night, then it's a totally different feel. And you're going to get a totally different effect from how you're decorating. So just be aware of that, because I did a little decorating over there one day and found that out. I went back there at night and I was like, this doesn't look anything like I need. I need more light. I always feel like I'm saying that though. This is the kitchen for the vampires. I'm kind of going through. I'm sorry, I'm not saying much about the house because I do talk about almost all these pieces in the first video. And I didn't want to repeat everything. And there's not a lot of difference, so as I said, I'm going to go through real fast this part, but I do want to show how you can get a really immersive feel from the ivy. It does look sloppy, but at the same time, go up through here, gives that really a nice effect. I liked it. Oh, it might be coming not daytime. It's starting to look a little light. I don't know. These windows are completely dark, so we might be okay. I really want to get a good view from the balcony at night. Alright. And these are two separate pieces, and I talk about that in the first video, how you can sink that piece in the wall, stand up like a statue. It's so neat. I love how everyone can have something different, but have the same house. And I was right, we get a little daytime. Oh well. So we'll just look really quick before the sun comes up. And you can still see how the glow pieces are going to come through that clockwork. But what I really like about it is that sometimes they come through and you can still see the shimmer off the clockwork pieces. That's not from the sun because it hasn't gotten over here yet. But it is from the glow pieces below. So if you're looking for that nice effect there, and I just have ivy on the top, you can't really see. I don't have any lighting up here. I left that. So I hope that you've enjoyed this nighttime tour of the Ald Velothi Harbor House here in Vardenfell, because I know that we've definitely enjoyed showing it to you. And Convenes in Nature and I wish you a wonderful evening and happy decorating. Thanks for joining us.